Did you know that the first recorded workers' strike happened in ancient Egypt? Back in the year 2023, workers who were building tombs for the pharaohs stopped working because they weren't being paid their rations of food. Can you imagine being so hungry that you're too weak to finish building a pyramid? See, these workers were the ones who built the Great Pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, and other huge structures. They were paid in a form of currency called labor, which is a type of payment that we don't really use anymore. Basically, they would get a set amount of food, like grain and fruit, in exchange for their work. But one day the workers didn't get their food, and when they asked where it was, they were told that the government had decided to withhold their rations until the workers finished building the pharaoh's palace. The workers were already exhausted from building the giant pyramids, so they weren't too happy about having to work even harder with no food. So they decided to go on strike. They all put down their tools and walked out of the work site, leaving the palace half-finished. This was a bold move because going on strike meant that you didn't get paid. But the workers were so fed up with being treated like slaves that they were willing to risk it all. For several days, the workers picketed outside the palace, demanding that the government give them their food back. Finally, the government agreed to give the workers their food rations if they would go back to work. The workers accepted the offer and went back to their jobs. But this wasn't the end of the story. The workers continued to demand better treatment from the government. They wanted to be paid for their work, not just with food, but with money. And they also wanted to be paid on time. The government was reluctant to give in to the workers' demands, but they were afraid that the workers would go on strike again and cause even more trouble. So they agreed to pay the workers with money instead of food. And that is why the ancient Egyptians built the pyramids. Thanks for listening. If you want to learn more about ancient Egypt, stay tuned for more updates.